welcome. If you are not new, then you already know what's going on here. And what's going on, we getting bigger and bigger, we getting better and better, and we shitting on anybody and everybody who said we aren't who we are. Today marks as something a very different for me, very new. Not too different, but very new. This is my 6 weeks live special. Throughout the next 6 weeks, it will be a total of 36 episodes you guys will be receiving from me. And as the season goes on, as the season goes on, um, we're gonna level up more and more. We're gonna get more creative. I'm gonna get more creative, and I'm going to, really, really just do what I do. Really do what I do, keeping it sexy, keeping it hot. So listen, this episode right called "Who is Mason Jyree?" You know, emphasis on the word Mason. You know what I mean? Emphasis on the word Mason because listen, 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 listen. Um, I think where I'm at in life right now is that I'm realizing who I am as a person. And it's like I've always realized who I am as a person, but I think what I'm realizing is that I'm waking up to who I am. And I think over the past couple years, I always shied away from Mason. I shied away from that name. I think about, I went through a phase where I had people call me Jai, and I still like Jai, but the people in my life now, they don't call me Jai. They call me Mason. And I think, Jai was this version. If I'm being honest with you, I think Mason, I stopped wanting to go by Mason in my head because of the negative connotations that people around me growing up had placed on that name. But it's like I'm not taking back my power. I'm learning that my name is great. I'm learning that my name is, you know, holds weight. For me, I'm learning my name holds weight, if I'm being honest with you. I'm taking back my power. And that's really what this is about, with this just this next era of my life and everything is about. What's up? If you're new to the Lions Den, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're not new, then you already know what's going on here. But that's what this era right here, is about. I told y'all yesterday that I think I was giving too much energy. And by energy, I mean too much time, attention. I think, one of the things that I've learned is that even if you're not around somebody, just by you checking in on them, checking up on them, that's you giving your energy. And I think what I'm having to learn is that I'm the superstar for real, for real. I shouldn't, I don't have to chase. I should be acting. I should be sitting back and receiving. And it's like I'm waking up to who Mason actually is. And like I just said a few minutes ago, I think I shied away from me going by my actual name just because of all the projection that people put on me. Because when I think about Mason, I think about 300 pound, fat kid that I once was. And I want people to understand this. Listen, I'm 24. Just about 6 years ago, 7 years ago, I was still a child. You know what I mean? So I have to, I want to put people in my position. It's coming from a former fat kid, becoming attractive, chasing my dreams becoming my reality. It's you know what I mean? It's a lot. You have people who didn't want to deal with me before, and now they want to deal with me. And it's like I'm past all of that. I think it's what I'm learning is that you're never done healing for real. You're never done healing. I don't think we as people ever get to a point where everything is just kosher and calm. But what I'm learning is that, well, I think we get to a point where things are kosher and calm, but it's as far as more so, there's always room for improvement. And I think I'm just waking up to who I actually am. I'm waking up, I'm feeling more empowered by my name, because that's what it is, Mason Jyree. I'm Mason Jyree, and I think what I'm learning is that I'm in the phase of my life, my artistry, whatever you want to call it for real, where I was like handling Mason Jyree, who is me, like a sim character. And I had to realize I'm Mason Jyree. Like, if you get it, I don't know if I'm trying to, it's like I was living my life outside of my body. I can't describe it. It's like I'm trying to like I was trying to live I can't describe it, but it's like I'm here. I'm waking up. I'm Mason Jyree. Emphasis on the Mason. Singer, songwriter, actor, author, producer. I want to, which I'm pretty sure most of my Lions know where I'm from, but y'all know I'm from Clinton, South Carolina, small town from in Clinton, upstate. We don't have a lot of global sensations that have made it from South Carolina, period. But we definitely don't have a lot from our research that have made it from the upstate of South Carolina. So I think that's one reason why we have me. But I'm the oldest of 9 grandkids. I'm the oldest of like 3 siblings. A big Leo. I don't know. I think more so Mason is just this. Mason is a superstar. I'm a superstar. I'm a superstar that allowed my past and people to like get in my head and try to shy me away from who I am. But now I'm back and I'm here and I'm better. You know, I'm back and I'm better. I'm not going to say it because I never was not well, but I'm back and I'm more prepared. And I guess with that being said, I'm better. You know, um, I'm full of wit. I'm full of personality. I'm full of character. I think another thing that I'm tired of doing is stunting myself. Or like what is that word? Stinting myself or stunting myself. Like I want to give not even I want to. I was born to give personality. I was born to give character. I was born to stand out. I was not born to fit in the box. So I'm done like limiting myself around certain people. Why? Because I'm Mason Jyree, and that within itself is a whole it's a whole sense of greatness. So there's no need for me to limit myself. It's like I was sleeping on myself despite going live, despite dropping the music, despite doing everything that I've been doing. I still a modicum was sleeping on myself, but I'm waking up to all of that. I'm waking up to all of that. What's up, y'all, in these comments? If you're new to the Lions, then welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are not new, then you already know what's going on. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, listen. So this is the start of our 6 weeks live special. I'm going live 6 times a week for the next 6 weeks. I will be engaging with y'all. Will be in these comments. I want reoccurring people. That's what this is. I want reoccurring people in the Lions Den. Over the past year, I've had a lot of traffic come through here. Now it's about us getting the same reoccurring people. So yeah, you know, I think me. I gotta stop saying I think when I know. These aren't things that I think. These are things that I know. So you know what I mean? Over the past year, um, I just think I've been giving so much of my time, like I said, to love, to like other people. And I don't mean like literally, I mean like I have to remember that I am me. I'm the focus. Stop worrying about other people. I have to tell myself that. And it's not that I do, but it's not that I do, but it's just like I'm just tired of sleeping on myself. Because I think the thing is like when you sleep on yourself as a person, you naturally exude, hey, sleep on me. It's like you naturally tell people to like sleep on you when you're not all the way together within yourself. And it's like I'm done with that. I'm done limiting my potential. I'm done sleeping on myself. Really and truly, they should be blowing up my phone. You know what I mean? Really and truly, excuse me, I'm flossing. Really and truly, I shouldn't be love. I should, which I don't. Really and truly, people should be blowing me up. People should be doing exactly what they're doing. I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So it's like I had to realize that, because see, it's not a rule book when people talk of becoming attractive. It's not a rule book, but it's you can be attractive, but it's like also about my purpose and just different type of things. I'm not meant to be chased. I'm not meant to be chasing. I'm meant to be chased, and it's like I had to realize that. You know, I had to realize that I'm not supposed to be the one that people expect to just be there, or the one that they can walk over, the one that you know what I mean? It's like I'm Mason Jyree. I'm a celebrity singer, songwriter, actor, author, producer. We're not gonna sit up here and treat me like I'm somebody that's in the trailer park from around the way because I'm not. I'm not. You know, I'm not. Mason Gyree's emphasis on the Mason is like I'm healing myself. I'm looking in the mirror. I'm realizing who I am, and I know who I am. I know who I am. I love him. You know. I think one of the biggest things for me to remember, and that I've told y'all this all the time, success lies in the eye of the beholder. And in this case, who is the beholder? Me, Mason Jerry. You know, there's no point in me stressing or worrying about things that are not me, if I'm being honest with you. Because the things that are not me, they don't pay a bill, they don't keep me, support it. They don't do any of those different type of things that I, worry about. It's like also I have to work on just being perceived. Like I told y'all last night, I have to work on being perceived. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's just like I think when people come across me, they're like, "Who is this guy?" And it's like to some people who don't know me, it's like I come off delusional, but it's like I'm building my own world. So it's like if you don't know me, you wouldn't know the fact that I'm building my own world. But it's just like, yeah, I'm ready to get to the point where the cameras, lights, the action, everything is popping. You know what I mean? You know, because it's like I'm tired of having to explain myself. I'm tired of having to really just do too much. You know what I mean? I need for all my lines in the den when we get off of the live. I need for all of y'all to go to Google and type in your Google dash who is Mason Jyree. And when you do that, it's gonna tell you Mason Jyree is an American singer, songwriter, actor, author, but yeah, all that, all that, all that, all that. Because that's who I am. That's who I am. That is who Mason Jyree is. I think another thing that I'm tired of with people think because I come from the hood and because, you know, I'm just tired of people thinking that black men can't be creative. Black men that look more masculine presenting or more hood, we can't be creative. We can't be, who I am. You know what I mean? That shit pisses me the fuck off for real, for real. I was born to be creative. I was born to do what I'm doing. That is who Mason is. That is who I am. That is who I'm always going to be until I leave this earth in 2093 from good health, good wealth, and good paid. You know what I mean? I am a superstar. I am a legend. I am a legend in the making. I am a superstar, a global superstar. You know, all of these moments, behind the scenes that I've been working on is for the preparation of the public version of Mason Jyree. Mason. You know what I mean? Mason. Me. Me. It's like I no longer am going to shy away from who I am. I'm going to be open, real, and vulnerable. I'm going to be open, real, and vulnerable and keep being myself. Because what I'm keeping it sexy, I'm keeping it hot. I'm keeping it sexy, I'm keeping it hot. You know what I mean? They mad because I'm everything they 150 on shoes to the space of my ply. Get that exposure, I'm taking your spot. Yes, all that. All that. Who is Mason Jyree? I'm simply the person that the people tried to say I wasn't. Not y'all, but the people who don't even matter. And I'm starting to act, never mind, that's another conversation for another episode. If you're new to the Lions Den, welcome, welcome, welcome. I do want to let you guys know that as these go on, we will be getting bigger and bigger, meaning more visuals, more intros, more different things like that. So that's just that. Who am I? You know what I mean? It's like I know who I am. Who am I? I'm a sensation. I'm a legend in the making. I'm someone to be respected. I'm someone to not play with. I'm someone to sit back and have reverence for. You know what I mean? Because I'm that guy. And it's not a lie. It's not cap. It's not rap. It's not rap cap. It's none of that. It's Mason Jyree. Me. I'm a success. I'm a success. I'm a self-made success. I have to learn that love, friendship, children, all those things come through me. I'm the source of that. Nobody is bigger than my program. You know what I mean? Nobody is bigger than my program over here. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, how long I've known you. Nobody is bigger than my program because time is going to sit back and show everybody who doubted me. Mason was never delusional. Mason was always the superstar that he said he was. We just had to get to that point in time. So everybody who doubted me has to sit back and see that. Mason, me, I'm an overcomer. Is that a word? Me, I am a hardworking individual. That's who I am. Me, I'm a success. I'm a success. Google me. Me, I'm just the new kid on the block. I'm the new kid, making my way into Hollywood, doing what I'm doing. Yeah, Mason Jyree. But on top of that, I'm impeccable. You know what I mean? I have an impeccable talent, impeccable communication skills. I have something the world has not seen before from any artist, any creative, or anybody that's done what I'm doing. You know, um, I'm Mason Jyree. You know, bibbity bobbity boo. It's kind of like magic a little bit. Um, I'm it's gonna get to a point where what's understood doesn't need to be said, but I think this is a great foundational episode. You know, who is Mason Jyree? You know, and like I've said, I'm a superstar. I'm a legend in the making. Um, and I think it's time for me to start acting like it. You know, I think it's time for me to start acting like it even more. You know, because I think I give a little bit too much leeway, and I got to remember who I am. You know, I really have to remember who I am because I'm not anybody ordinary at all. I'm not anybody ordinary. So yeah, you know, I want my lions to know that I do this for the people. I do this for me. Doing this for myself is me doing it for the people because even though I'm on my way to Hollywood, at one point I was a part of the people. So I never will forget the people. I love the people. I love my lions, and I love the people that support me. Nobody is ever beneath me. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah. Another thing I want y'all to know about me, Mason Jyree, I'm philanthropic. One thing about Mason Jyree, I care about the people. Never forget that. When you mention me, you mention, oh, he cares about the people too. He has a heart. He's a great person. Yeah, because that's who Mason Jyree is. You know what I mean? And one thing I can say that I'm tired of, when I say I'm a good person on here, when I say what I say, and I say stuff like I do this for the people, the number should not drop. The numbers shouldn't drop when I say I do this for the people. I don't know if it's because the people, you guys, have heard people bullshit people all the time and say I do this for the people. I'm not one of those people. If I say I'm doing it for the people, you best believe I'm doing it for y'all. So sit back and enjoy that you have somebody representing y'all, even though I'm in Hollywood doing what I'm doing. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Because Mason Jyree, I'm for the people. You know, I'm for the people. I'm for my people. Let me say that. I'm for my people. If you have not streamed Bigger already, you need to make sure you go ahead and stream Bigger. Make sure you get into Ain't No Lover Boy FR. Make sure you're getting into my latest two singles because I have one coming out at the end of this year and it's going to be amazing. I'm not going to drop the name just yet. It'll be here when y'all see it. It'll be here when it gets here. It'll be here when y'all, you know, are ready for it. You know, I need for y'all to keep running Bigger up. I need for y'all to keep, you know, elevating, keep doing what you're doing, keep supporting me so I can keep supporting you, keep supporting me so I can keep supporting you, keep supporting me so I can keep supporting you. Okay. Tomorrow I will be on live at 10:30 a.m. I'm giving y'all the new schedule right now. I'm giving y'all the new schedule right now. So Monday 10:30 a.m., Tuesday 10:30 a.m., Wednesday 8:30 p.m., Thursday 8:30 p.m., Friday 10 p.m., Saturday 10 p.m. So this is the schedule for me going live over the next, you know, the next 6 weeks, the next 6 weeks. Episode 2 will be a completely different title. Episode 2, we're going to get into, you know, like I don't know if I want to talk about, you know, just my mental health journey, you know, drug addiction. Not that I've been on drugs or anything like that, but I do want to be very candid and honest about my party life experience. Or I don't know if I want to talk about, you know, just the childhood trauma I went through. You know what I mean? So yeah, you know, we're getting into all of these different type of conversations, these different type of things, these different types of, you know, just these different type of real life talks, these different type of real life things behind the scenes, you know, um, while I'm doing my artist thing, you know what I mean? While I'm working on my album, working on my next singles, I really want to communicate with y'all. I really want to push myself, and I really want, you know, for y'all to be able to come at a certain time when y'all know to expect me when I'm gonna be here, you know. So yeah, y'all can expect to see me tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, and another thing I want to tell y'all is that these lives are going to be a minimum of 30 minutes. You know, so these episodes are going to be a minimum of 30 minutes. Once we get into the last couple of lives, they may all be full on camera. So no blackout screen, you know. So 6 week specials, 36 episodes. Some the last couple episodes will not be blackout screen. They may be on a set, and we're just gonna talk about things that I've been through, like getting to know the real me. You know what I mean? And y'all know the real me. You know, but I mean the real me. You know, behind the scenes. You know, I mean. This is the real me behind the scenes, but I want to be even more real, even more candid. I want to speak about real life things, real life situations, and really just go deep, with my lines and really go deep with my supporters, my fans, because I really, really love y'all. I really, really appreciate y'all, and I'm really, really thankful for y'all. And I always will be thankful for y'all, that will never change. Um, ever, 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 ever. It's a lot of different goals that I have in store, so much that I have in store for myself over the next, year, but it's so much I have in store for myself that I'm ready to share with my supporters, my fans, the people who love me, the people who are rocking with me. And this is what I want you to know. If you're new to the Lions Den, if you're just coming by the Lions Den, when I say my fans, the people who love me, the people who are fans of me, they love me. The people. So if that's not you, that's cool. I'm fine. I don't. It doesn't affect me either way because I have real fans. I don't have ordinary fans either. The people who are my fans, they love me and I love them. And the reason why they do it is because we've spent years together. We've been doing like we've been in this. So the people who rock with me, they rock with me because they have an emotional connection with me, and because of that, I love them, and that's never going to change. I'm always going to love my fans, and I'm not talking about no fake, polished Hollywood BS. I'm talking about I'm going to love them like they're my people because they're my people, and that's never going to change. Um, so, that is that, so I'm doing this so I can connect more with y'all one-on-one on a one-on-one sense. I think I've been too sporadic in the past as far as just going live willy-nilly. I want us to be able to come and, chill at a certain time together. So expect more episodes, 35 more episodes. Expect us to be doing great things, and expect that if you're rocking with me, I'm rocking with you always and forever. Um, it's so deep. We're so locked in. I can't even describe it for real. But that's just what I'm building over here. That's my fan base. My fan base isn't beneath me. We're in this together, and we always will be in this together. So that's that. It's your boy Mason Jyree, and if you're new to the Lions Den, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are not new, then you already know what's going on here. And what's going on? We're getting bigger and bigger. We're getting better and better. Join me tomorrow for episode 2 of my live series. This 6 weeks is about to be amazing, just like you and just like me. I'm on to our Lions.